made a video about my experiences in the temple the other day, and I'm gonna say more now. So if you're Mormon, you might not want to watch this. This is not for you, but I will put right here the comments that you will want to make, so you don't have to comment to the comments and make them. The temple was the opposite of what I thought the church was before I went to the temple. Before that day, I believed all of it. I loved it. It was my everything. I built my life around getting to the temple. When I got to the temple, it was quite literally the rug being pulled out from under me, the entire floor being pulled out from under me. Everything I thought I loved about the church, I got to the temple and none of it was there. I felt nothing that I thought I loved about the church. Didn't feel edified. I didn't feel uplifted. I didn't feel special. I didn't feel involved. I didn't even really feel wanted. I didn't feel spiritual light. I didn't feel like I was gaining any kind of knowledge. It's painted your whole life as the place that's going to feel like the closest possible place to God. So this is what you expect walking in. And then I got in there. It is a mass-produced factory Disney experience. Everybody looks like sad Sisyphean ghosts just sitting there staring forward. Think about the whole mood of the temple from the moment you get in there. From the moment you show them your recommend to the end, it's an assembly line. It doesn't matter how busy the temple is. The way it's set up is an assembly line. Think about the veil. In my memories of the veil, a wall opens up and there's a giant wall of veils with stations behind it so that everybody in the room can get put through this like a factory quicker. Nothing is personal about it. So much for young women's individual worth. The ultimate step is to give yourself up to the church and to your husband. When I got to the temple, I felt, okay, so this is God? This is peace? This is what universe is? Handshakes that you have to use to get into heaven. This is what the God of all things wants you to know. Imagine eternity in the temple. That feels like a circle of hell to me. That's what heaven was supposed to feel like. And it did not feel good. I think I felt further from God every single time I was in the temple than everywhere else that I ever was in my life. I expected to get there and fucking learn shit and feel something. Everything I did there was meaningless to me. The handshakes meant nothing to me. The outfits meant nothing to me. The movie meant nothing to me. It all felt empty and hollow and dark and threatening and scary. Mean, oppressive, and isolating, rote and boring and quiet. The quiet was probably the only good thing. It was awkward. It was one note. I know I sound like I'm giving a review to a bad play, and I am. And that's when, for a lot of us, we started feeling like shit. Because if you go to the temple and everything in you believes it, when you go in, it's very rare that someone's gonna all of a sudden realize, oh my God, it's all wrong. I'm out. So what a lot of us did was end up feeling like, okay, this is the truth. I don't like the truth. And I'm a bad person because what God wants in his holy temple and what eternity with Mormon God looks like is something that I don't like and I don't want and I wish wasn't true, but it is. And so now I'm eternally depressed. I think a lot of you watching this are going to resonate with what I just said. I thought he listened to me. I thought he knew who I was individually. The temple is the opposite of connecting with not only with God, but with other people. You really can't even look at other people in the face. There's not a lot of eye contact made in the temple other than with the person giving you the meaningful handshake that feels just like all the good things you felt in Mormonism. The endowment endows you with nothing except for trauma. And now they wouldn't let me even enter the building that I got married in because I left the church and I don't deserve to enter the building. And that's God.